and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a memory plan spread, and it has truly been an incredibly long time since I've done one of these, but a lot of stuff's happened, and as we catch up on my memory planning spreads, I think you'll kind of get a sense of exactly where I've been and what's been going on. Here I'm just showing you what the kit looks like. I believe it's called Lucky Charm by Planning Choco. But yeah, so basically these past few months have been the last few of my college career, so they've been super busy trying to finish classes on like a strong foot and figure out what I'm going to do next year. There's been a lot going on. I actually filmed this spread and then a few others over spring break, and I am only now posting them. Spring break was in March, so at the time that I filmed this, it was only like a week or two late. Now it's a couple of months late, but we'll catch up eventually. I'm once again going to try to have a regular posting schedule for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I know I've said that a few times and it doesn't always work out, but what can you do but keep trying? I have struggled to keep up with this when I have so many other things going on. It's my hope that with summer break happening, I can establish a schedule that I can then learn to stick to even when other things start to happen. We'll see. It will be a busy summer because I'll have to move, so I don't know exactly how this is all going to go out, but once again, I'm just going to try to do this for as long as I can. And so I'm just laying down my bottom washi here. I did white out the lines because this kit is very thin, and I think I cut off screen. I just cut the bottom washi that came with the kit in half. It's also possible it came in 2 strips. I don't even remember. I just showed you, but like I don't remember. And I layered it like on top with the inverted silver bows from Simply Gilded, which I really like, and I think that the inverted bows from Simply Gilded are some of my favorite washi tapes these days, and I love them. This kit in particular I thought looked really good with silver because of how light it was, but because of that I did do a lot of whiting out because I was worried about black lines showing up behind these pale colors. And I am out of practice. I don't even know what to say. I'm still working with the bottom washi, I think. Well, when I first saw this kit, I saw the art floating around and I wasn't really a fan. I thought there was too much like random stuff in it. I know it's supposed to be like a St. Patrick's Day kit and art spread, but it was weird to me that you had the like Felix Celestis from Harry Potter, the random horseshoes for St. Patrick's Day, and then not included in my spread, but in the kit there were some Mickey ears. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't get. But there was a sale when I bought this printable kit, and I thought, you know what, it's the only St. Patrick's Day themed kit that I think is like at least okay, and so I guess I'll just get it and I'll see like if I like it. And so I bought the kit, and as I put this spread together, I really loved it, and I think now it's one of my favorite spreads. And so we'll see how, like, whether you agree once this all comes together. Here I'm putting down the date dots, or the date covers and the date dots. The date dots are from Scribble Prints Co. I really love Scribble Prints Co. foil. I feel like it's very affordable, and especially the date dots. Like, their foil is generally affordable, but then the date dots, you get a lot of date dots for like a couple of bucks, a little more than a couple of bucks maybe. So that was really nice. Then I'm using these silver header strips from, I think they're from Nettie Designs on Etsy, and she also has a lot of very affordable foil. Frequently does $2 Tuesdays. I'm pretty sure that's where I got these silver header strips. I also find that like I've been struggling to figure out exactly how I want to incorporate foil into my planning style because I really like how it looks, but there's a combination of it being expensive and me being super indecisive. Like, I wouldn't mind investing in foil on occasion if I knew exactly what I wanted to use, but I don't. I never do. So I have to decide Like when it comes to scripts and things, there's just so many, and I don't know what I'm most likely to use, what I won't use. I just have no idea. And then you have to pick foil colors, and if you pick one script and it costs like $3, there's one for every foil color, and which is the best foil color, and sometimes they can't afford to get all three foil colors. It's this random mess that I've been thinking about when trying to decide how I want to use foil in my spreads. However, I have finally come to the realization that it's not worth it. Foil stresses me out too much, except for in the headers. So I feel like from here on out, for the most part, if I put foil somewhere, it's going to be in my headers, because I feel like having really shiny headers kind of gives you an even distribution of foil and shiny prettiness, but it's not everywhere. I don't have to pick certain kinds of like scripts or foil colors. I just have to pick headers, and those are really easy to get a lot of, you know? Most people sell headers that can do like a week or two or three or four at a time. And so I really enjoy that, and so I think that headers for me are where I'll be able to most affordably and kind of efficiently utilize my foil purchases. And so that's what you see me doing here, is putting down the solid silver foil headers, and then I have the pink and green glitter headers from the kit that I will be putting some foiled overlays on. And both of those foiled header overlays are also going to be from Scribble Prints Co. Scribble Prints Co. had a stars overlay. I don't know if they still have them. I know I bought these particular ones during a sale, and I think it was a sale because they meant to clear them out. I also have their silver confetti overlay. So I'm not the biggest fan of the confetti overlays, just because I feel like they're hard to see, but I didn't know that when I bought them. So I bought like a lot of them, and then I started to use them and realized, wait a second, I can't really see that. But it's okay, and I'll use them, and then I probably won't be purchasing too many more confetti header overlays, just because they're hard to see. So putting down the base of the kit, I think, is one of my favorite parts. It's a lot of fun, but it also is it's not that interesting, so I start to run out of things to say here. What else? Not much, not much. I think by now I should have posted a plan with me that has my sister doing a memory spread for me. That is sure to be an interesting time, so if you haven't seen that video yet, definitely go check that out. Oh, here we are. So I'm putting down full boxes, and I'm starting with this girl in the sidebar. I like to, if I have a kit, especially a printable kit, which usually has more than 8 full boxes, I try to put 2 full boxes in the sidebar, because that's just decorative space plus a bit of journaling, but I don't need a ton of space over there. So I like to put the 2 full boxes and washi, and as you can see, I put the washi tapes at the top, and then for Monday I have this charm bracelet. Tuesday is going to get the summer hat. Wednesday, I got ahead of myself. Wednesday is going to have, oh, I think that's a planner with a pen, whenever it gets there. There we go. And so this video in particular I expect to be a little rusty on, so I ask you to bear with me, and then as this schedule does or does not settle, I also just in general appreciate your patience. This is not something I do full-time. It's not something I do really even part-time. Like, I don't put a significant amount of time into this. I want to put more time into it, but haven't yet figured out how best to do that, and so that's why things are a little funny these days, but I hope to figure it out someday. Over on Sunday, I put that girl. I don't remember what I was thinking when I put down these full boxes. I think I wanted the 2 fashion girls as far away from each other as possible, so that there wouldn't seem like there were too many. And then I have the Felix Felices on Thursday, just the floral on Friday, and then the horseshoe is on Saturday. Yeah, I don't think there's any rhyme or reason for that. I just made sure to space my full boxes out so that there's this kind of W made from the first full box on the sidebar down to Tuesday, kind of jumping a bit up to Wednesday, and then coming back down and up to make a V. because I thought that made them fairly evenly distributed. Something else I discovered is that I like having one strip of thin washi tape at the top to kind of fill in the space between the headers and the edge of the page. I know some people have put weather up there, others put nothing. Some people like to do like the deco at the top, scattered deco. I don't really like that look. I find that it's a little too cluttered for me, and it looks like it's too messy. There's too much going on. But a single strip of washi tape is like really pretty, but also very neat and clean. And so I find that I really like that, and I start to do that a bit more throughout my spreads. I actually think like all my spreads, since this one has that strip of washi tape. But now we're getting into the day by day, the interesting stuff. On Monday, I didn't have my English lecture, which meant that I was able to sleep in, which was awesome because it's been a hard semester. So every time I could sleep in, I took it. Following that, on Monday, I have my TA sessions. I TA'd for Calculus 1 this semester, and so it was a pretty slow session. I didn't really get any people, which is fine. I do homework. And then also on this day, my boyfriend and I did a huge cleaning party, which meant that we, were cleaning. I don't remember what we were preparing for. Oh, this is the week my sister came to visit. That is why I was rushing to clean, so that she'd have a place to sleep, because honestly, the couch alone was kind of messy, and that's where she was going to sleep. So that's another reason why I got more experimental with the foil this week, because I wanted it to be special. Because my sister was visiting, and she lives in, like upper state New York, and I live in northwestern Massachusetts. So like we're not too far from each other, but neither of us has a car, so we don't visit often. And I guess on Monday we baked bread. I need to do these narrations sooner so that I remember more of the details for what exactly I meant when I wrote certain things. I put down this house sticker and layered it with a little arrow and just wrote that our living room was cleaner than ever. We use NDJL as it's an acronym. It's an inside joke between my boyfriend and I that I don't really care to explain, but just know that that's our living room. And it was cleaner than ever because I made it sparkling for my sister's visit, which I do not usually do, but it worked. Then we also played Skyrim that day, and we killed a bandit leader, which was exciting. I really love the little couple on the consoles by Ramona and Friends. I think they're super cute, and my boyfriend and I actually don't play a ton of console games, but they don't have like gaming laptops. Like if you look for gaming stickers, most of the time they're on the console. So, it doesn't really matter. I know that means we played a game, and I typically know whether we played it on console or not. Then on Tuesday, I just wanted to mark that I had to go meet people at the planetarium where I work, and I wrote that it was still burning and that the people at the meeting wouldn't believe me. And so the backstory for that is that the planetarium computer started to smoke the week before this, and I'm the head TA. I've been working there the longest, but I couldn't fix it. Some of the other TAs couldn't fix it. Our technology guys couldn't fix it. We didn't know what was happening, and this was one of the first meetings we went in, and it took a few minutes to start smoking. And when I first started it up, the technology guys that came with me kept asking, "Are you sure? Like maybe it's the heaters that are smoking or these other projectors?" And I'm like, "No, I work here. I know exactly when it's supposed to smell like this and when it's not supposed to smell like this." They kept looking for other problems when I told them it takes a few minutes to notice, but it happens. Eventually we noticed it, and I was like, "See, I told you." They wouldn't believe me. It's just a little annoying, because I do work hard at the planetarium. I've been there for 2 years, and so I want the people to take me seriously. I also had a really sleepy and lethargic morning that day because I had to wake up extra early to meet these people at the planetarium. And then while all that happened, I was doing some laundry. And then we had yet another super cleaning party because the apartment needed to be sparkling. And then in the evening, my boyfriend and I played some Overwatch. Okay, and so we are on to Wednesday. And on Wednesday, I had an English exam. So I am marking it with this foiled exam sticker from Scribble Prints Co. and this label. And I'm putting everything on this sticker. Whoa. What did I do? Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I think Wednesday through Friday might have been cut out. I don't know what's up. I will re-edit this if I happen to find that footage, but for now we can assume that I forgot to turn my camera on, which happens very frequently. And I don't know what happened, which is annoying because those are some of the more active days for Wednesday through Friday. I'm sorry about that. On the weekend, I am putting down a washi weekend banner, and this is the first time I ever do this. I like how they look when the banners are very staggered. Sometimes people line like the tips up very straight, and to be completely honest, I cannot stand that look. It's too rigid, and but I thought, okay, I like it when it looks really scattered, and I wasn't sure if I'd have enough coordinating washi tape, but I had a couple of months of a Simply Gilded subscription, and I thought, I might be able to pull something together. This kit was also really nice because it came with some large patterned flags, and so I used some of those to tie it into the kit and really, I think, pull everything together, which was really nice because they look just like washi tape. They're just stickers, even if they're flags meant for like writing things down like in the actual days. I'm combining it with some of the 15mm inverted silver bow washi, some vertical bows, some of the word washi from the March subscription box, I think, the March Simply Gilded box. And then I'm also using some of the three bow checklists as washi tape as well. It just looks like some vertical bow washi if you don't think about how they're actually checklists. And then once I finish like layering things the way I like it, more or less, I start to trim and run into some problems because my washi tape started to slide around, and I'm not exactly sure why that happened, but once I straightened everything out, I think it really worked. And this is one of my favorite like places in my planner is this washi tape weekend banner. I love the way it came out. I think that it's a little pale, like it's hard to see, but when you see it, it's so pretty. I don't think that the lighting really does it justice. In person, I really like it. So on top of it, I put the weekend banner, or the weekend script, I guess. And then I went up to Friday just to mark that on that day I had my sister film the plan with me that went up on Monday to describe a memory spread that she did. And my sister is not a planner girl. She does not plan really at all, and she especially doesn't plan decoratively. So this was some crazy stuff that I asked her to do. Then on Saturday, I marked that I played Monopoly Deal with my sister, my boyfriend, and her roommate, and that was a ton of fun. I'd never played before. I lost every single game that night, but it was fun. Also on Saturday, we had a really weird taxi drive, and I used this airplane just to mark travel, but it was weird. So my sister visited my boyfriend and I at our apartment from Wednesday through my boyfriend and me at our apartment from Wednesday through Saturday, and then Saturday we all traveled together back to Syracuse, which is where my sister lives, because I don't know, I wanted her to visit me, but she also wanted me to visit her. This was my last week of class before spring break. So on Saturday we took a taxi to the bus stop, and the taxi driver was weird. He kept calling us cowgirls because we're from Texas. He said cowgirls were hot. He kept telling my sister like to smile. It was a creepy car ride, and I'm glad that I wasn't traveling on my own because it was pretty uncomfortable. But we eventually got to Syracuse, and my sister kind of showed me a nearby grocery store because we wanted to pick up a few snacks, and then we ended up eating veggie burgers and fries. and they were surprisingly good. I don't do veggie burgers very often. When I do black bean burgers, but this was just it was a Boca burger, that's the brand, and I found that I really, really liked them. So if you're skeptical about veggie burgers, I highly recommend the Boca burger. I finally found them at Walmart, and they're not even that expensive. I thought it was tasty. Then on Sunday, I'm marking that winter is coming in 1 month. That means that it is 1 month until the Game of Thrones Season 8 premiere. By the time this comes out, Game of Thrones Season 8 is done. So, definitely tell me what you think. I have a lot of thoughts. They will be coming out over the course of these Plan With Me's, I'm sure. The last thing I'm going to do is just put down this long checklist with lots of things that I did on Sunday with my sister in Syracuse, mostly going to the mall and a flea market and making enchiladas. But that's the end. You can pause the video if you really want to read everything that I did that day. I'm sorry some footage got cut out, but this has been a nice warm-up. I am glad to be back with you guys. The spread will appear in full at the very end. There's some journaling off to the left that I fill in later, but I prefer to do that off camera because it just summarizes kind of my feelings about the week, and I prefer not to have that on the internet. Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, please be sure to like, comment, and or subscribe so that I know. And I'll see you next time. Bye.